So stop share, start sharing. So in the last week, we were discussing Lord Krishna's various opulences among various variety of species. Lord Krishna represents so many personalities among devatas, among the great sages, among human beings, among the lower species, animals, reptiles, etc., etc., among Vedic literatures, and many such things. So, hearing all those things, Lord Krishna concludes that all these manifestations are nothing but a fragment of the potency of the first Purusha, Karanodakshaya Vishnu, who enters into this universe as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, becoming as the maintainer of the entire universe. He maintained the entire universe by expanding himself into the entire universal form. So that is what is indicated in that last verse of the last chapter. So hearing all those things, Arjuna says in this current chapter, this is 11th chapter, which is called as universal form, display of Lord Krishna's universal form. In Sanskrit, it is called as Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yoga. Here, Lord Krishna is going to display is Vishwarupa. So Arjuna says that in the first verse, Mad anugrahaya paramam guhyam adhyatma samyatam yat vayoktram vachastena mohoyam vigata mama. The interesting phrase in this verse is last phrase. Moho ayam vigatam mama. Mama moha vigata. So whatever moha I displayed at the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita is completely eradicated. Now I understood everything in total. So thank you very much for all these things, because out of anugraha upon me, Mad anugraha, you have talked about all these things. Everything is fine. So I am completely relieved of all my doubts, all my concerns. Now I am ready to fight. But still, whatever you have spoken, before starting the battle, I have a desire to see whatever you have spoken in your personal manifestation. So that's what Arjuna says in the third verse. Evam etad yatattvam atmanam parameshwara drashtum ichchami te rupam aishwaram purushottama. My dear Purushottama, my dear Arjuna, I have a desire to see that Rupam Aishwaram, that Aishwarya form with which you enter into this universe and with which you maintain this universe by manifesting yourself in the form of the universal form. So then he says in the fourth verse, he says that if you think I am qualified to see that form, then only you show me. If you think that I am not qualified, then please give me qualification and then show me. Whichever it is. Mannase yadi tatchakyam maya drashtum iti prabho. Yogeshwara tato metvam darshayatmanam avyayam. I wanted to see that avyaya, the eternally existing form of yours. That means avyaya means, my dear Lord, who you are. You kindly show me that form of yours, Aishwara Rupam, that Aishwarya form of yours, which by which you manifest the entire universal form in our universe. So Arjuna is actually pleading to Lord Krishna here. So now today we'll start from verse number 5, wherein Lord Krishna is going to speak, going to display his universal form to Arjuna. So Krishna is thinking within his own mind that first I'll show Arjuna that form described in Purusha Sutta prayers as Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasra Aksha Sahasra Path. That form with 1,000 heads, 1,000 eyes, and 1,000 feet. It is my own expansion, the first Purusha Avatara, Mahavishnu, the Antaryami of Prakriti. Whenever this Purusha Sukta prayer is chanted by any of the Vedic Brahmanas, this prayer is actually indicated to the first Purusha, Karanodakshaya Vishnu or Mahavishnu, who himself enters into our universe as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu and manifest the universal form. So it is directly addressed to Lord Mahavishnu, but also indicates Garbhodaksha Vishnu also, the universal form which is there within our universe. All the three personalities are glorified by Purusha Sukta prayers. So Lord Krishna said that first I will show him that Sahasra Shirsha Purusha form. Later, afterwards, by having the necessary qualification or by giving him the necessary qualification, I will show him my Kala Rupa, form of time. First, I will show him Sahasra Shirsha Purusha form. Then I will show him Kala Rupa. This was the intention of Lord Krishna displaying this entire universal form. Lord Krishna will show Arjuna the Sahasra Shirsha Purusha form. Then he will also show the Kala Rupa form. Considering in this way, within his own mind, Lord Krishna faced Arjuna and began to speak to him, requesting him to pay attention. Then he starts speaking. Being thus requested, being requested by Arjuna, the Lord speaks in 4 verses to let Arjuna see his own form as all the devatas. The form which was displayed to Arjuna was the combination of all the devatas which were told by Lord Krishna in the previous chapter as his own vibhutis. Among devatas, I am Indra, among the Devarshis, I am Narada. Like there are so many things he mentioned. Among the airs, I am Marut, and among the life sustaining force, I am Vayu. Like there are so many things he mentioned. All the devatas will be shown together to Arjuna. How? As the creator with 1,000 heads, the Antaryami of Prakriti, and then having made him qualified by that vision, he will reveal him his form of time. Both Vishwarupa with thousands of heads and thousands of forms, that is called Sahasra Shirsha Purusha form, and then Kalarupa. Both will be displayed to Arjuna. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Pashyame Partha Rupani Shatatota Sahasrasha Nana Vidani Divyani Nana Varna Kritini Cha.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, O son of Pritha, see now my opulences, hundreds of thousands of very divine and multicolored forms."
So, Pashyame Partha Rupani Shatatota Sahasracha. My dear Arjuna, see that form of mine which you wanted to see, that Aishwarya Rupa, in which the Aishwarya is displayed, my opulence is displayed. It will have Shatasota Sahasracha, hundreds and thousands of divisions, Nana Vidani. It will have so many divisions made up of Divyani, my divine opulences. Nana Varnani. It will have variety of colors. Nana Akritini. Variety of forms. So kindly see this form. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport, Arjuna wanted to see Lord Krishna in his universal form, which although a transcendental form, is just manifested for the cosmic manifestation and is therefore subjected to the temporary time of this material nature. At the time, at the material nature is manifested and not manifested, similarly, the universal form of Krishna is manifested and non-manifested. It is not eternally situated in the spiritual sky like Krishna's other forms. As far as the devotee is concerned, he is not eager to see the universal form. But because Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in this way, Krishna reveals this form. This universal form is not possible to be seen by any ordinary man. Krishna must give one the power to see it. So Lord Krishna says that, Prabhupada says that since Arjuna requested to see this show this universal form, Lord Krishna showed it to Arjuna. Otherwise, it cannot be seen by any other person. See these hundreds and thousands of forms of vibhutis in one form of mind, appearing with 1,000 heads. The Lord speaks about these forms situated in one place in next two verses. So telling that what else Arjuna could see in this universal form that Lord Krishna mentions in the next two verses. Pashyadityan vasun rudran ashvinau marutastata bahuni adrushta purvani pasyacharyani bharata. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Someone read the translation.
O best of
Best of the Bharatas, see the different manifestation of Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Ashwini Kumaras, and all other demigods. Behold the many wonderful things which no one has ever seen or heard of before.
So, what all Arjuna can see? Lord Krishna giving a brief description. So, in my universal form, you can see the Adityas. You can see the 12 Adityas, 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras, and 2 Ashwinis, and 49 Marus. What is the total number? 12 Adityas, 8 Vasus, 20, 11 Rudras, 31, 2 Ashwinis, 33. Generally, we hear this 33 Koti Devatas, 33 Devatas, 33 Devatas. Generally, they say. Actually, there are 3.3 crore Devatas. Among them, 33 are the principal Devatas. These are the principal Devatas among the many of the Devatas. Their names are mentioned here by Lord Krishna. And next, another group of Devatas are Marus. There are 49 Marus are there. So they are also kind of listed here. So there are many more Devatas will be shown to Arjuna, but Lord Krishna is only mentioning the principal names here. Bahuni, Adrushta Purvani, which were not shown to anybody in previously. First time Lord Krishna showing to Arjuna. Pasya Acharyani Bharata. So with an intention to create astonishment to Arjuna, Lord Krishna is showing it to. So he is requesting Arjuna that please see with astonishment, which were not seen before by anybody else. See now everything in this whole universe with its moving and non-moving entities situated within one place in my body. Everything you can see in my universal form, which you may not be able to see on your own. Even after spending thousands of years traveling everywhere, you will not be able to see. But now I am going to show the entire universe to you in one place. Ihaikastam jagat krishnam pasyadhyasacharacharam mama dehe gudakesha mama dehe gudakesha yachanydrashtumichasi.
O Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold at once in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you now desire to see and whatever you may want to see in the future. Everything moving and non-moving is here completely in one place.
Ihaikastam jagat krishnam. Krishna means completely. Being situated on your own chariot, just looking into my universal form, you can see the whole universe. Pasya Adya, today, now, what all you can see? Sacharacharam. With all the moving and non-moving entities that are there in the entire universe, you can see them just by standing in your chariot. This is what Lord Krishna indicating is about his universal form, the form of Sastra Shvirsha Purusha, in which everything can be seen. And next in two lines, Lord Krishna indicating that you can also see my Kala Rupa. By means, you can understand what is going to happen in the future. By displaying Kala Rupa, Lord Krishna will show to Arjuna what is going to be the outcome of the war, about which Lord Arjuna is actually concerned. Mama Dehe Guda Kesha Cha Anyad. Other things, not only about the people who are there in the universe, Drashtumichasi. Other things you may desire to see. That if you want to see the outcome of the war, that also you can see in this universal form. Thus, these two lines indicates Kala Rupa of the Supreme Lord. Just like previously, Lord Krishna showed the entire universe to Mother Yashoda within his own mouth as she looked into the belly of Lord Krishna. And similarly, Lord Krishna showed the entire universe to Markandeya Rishi by swallowing him inside into his belly. And within the belly of Lord Krishna, Markandeya Shishya saw the entire universe. So now that they have seen a different thing, they have seen all the planetary systems. But here Arjuna is going to see the different form of the universe. He is going to see all the personalities of the universe being situated at one place. That's what Arjuna is going to see now, which was not shown to anybody previously. On this occasion, this universe, which is impossible for you to see completely, even if you wander within the universe for millions of years, is situated in just one part of my body. At one time, in one place, see these vibhutis by mercy. See that universe and whatever else you desire to see, such as your victory or defeat. See my form at the shelter of the universe, at the cause of the Pradhana and Mahatattva, and see your victory and others' defeat as well as other things. Everything that is there in the entire universe you can see, everything that you may want to know, that also you can see. So this is how Lord Krishna is going to display everything to Arjuna. Arjuna should not think that this is some form caused by magical trick or material illusion. For the purpose of giving him faith that the form which contains this whole universe is Satchidananda, Lord Krishna speaks next verse. So Arjuna should not think that Lord Krishna is displaying some magic wand. Not like that. It is actually Lord Krishna's manifestation, which is nothing but the combination of his variety of vibhutis. Lord Krishna is going to speak next verse. Natu mam sakyase drashtum anenaiva chakshusha divyam dadadi te chakshu pashyame yogameshwaram.
But you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulence.
So Lord Krishna's intention speaking this verse is, the form which I am going to show you is the form of combination of all the devatas. So you, Arjuna, as a human being, are not qualified to see the devata forms. So I will give you Divya Chakshu. That means here in the entire chapter, wherever Divya is mentioned, Divya means devata. Divya here synonym to devata, not transcendental. In the 4th chapter, when Lord Krishna mentioned that Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam, there that Divya is transcendental or completely spiritual. But in the 11th chapter, Divya means heavenly. So he said that now I will give you the heavenly eyes or the eyes of the heavenly beings, the Devatas, with which you can see this form of Devatas. Pashyame Yoga Maishwaram. This is my Aishwarya Yoga. Display of my opulences. The opulences which I described in the 7th chapter and 9th chapter and 10th chapter, now I am going to display to you. That is nothing but the display of all the devatas together who are my vibhutis and display of my form as the maintainer of the entire universe. Because Lord Vishnu is the in charge of the maintenance of the entire universe, that maintenance aspect of the Supreme Lord will be shown to Arjuna. So in the purport, actually Prabhupada talks some of the important aspects. Prabhupada says that a pure devotee does not like to see in any form except his form with 2 hands. A devotee must see his universal form by his grace, not with the mind, but with spiritual eyes. To see the universal form of Krishna, Arjuna is told not to change his mind, but simply his vision, because Lord Krishna gave him the Devata eyes in that way. The universal form of Krishna is not very important. That will be clear in the subsequent verses of this chapter. So in the next paragraph, Prabhupada writes, devotees who are correctly situated in a transcendental relationship with Krishna are attracted by loving features, not by a godless display of opulences. Then in the down below, after 1-2 paragraph, Prabhupada writes, the fact is that the devotee is not connected with seeing the Vishwarupa, the universal form, but Arjuna wanted to see it to substantiate Krishna's statements so that in the future people could understand that Krishna not only theoretically or philosophically presented himself as the supreme, but actually presented himself as such to Arjuna by showing his universal form. Arjuna must confirm this because Arjuna is the beginning of the Parampara system. Those who are actually interested in understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna and who follow in the footsteps of Arjuna should understand that Krishna not only theoretically presented himself as the Supreme, but actually revealed himself as the Supreme by showing this universal form. So with this intention, Arjuna is requesting Lord Krishna to show the universal form. And in order to establish he is not only a theoretical person, but is also the practical person, Lord Krishna displayed the universal form on the request of Arjuna. So with that intention, he says that Natumam sakyase drashtum anenaiva sa chakshusha. My dear Arjuna, you cannot see this universal form with your own eyes. So in order to give you the vision of this universal form, I will give you Divyam Dadadimite Chakshu Pashyame Yogam Ausharam. I will give you the Devata eyes with which you can actually see this form. By your material eyes, you cannot see me. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Intent on fulfilling what Arjuna prayed for, the qualification to see that form in the words Mannese Editat Chakshum, which Arjuna asked in the 4th verse. The Lord gave Arjuna the celestial eyes to see the heavenly form composed of all the devatas in order to astonish Arjuna. Wanting to show the majestic nature of his pastimes with the devatas, Devalila, in order to cause astonishment in Arjuna, Lord Krishna gave to Arjuna the non-human eyes suitable for seeing the Devalila, the majestic in quality. This is the Lord Krishna's majesty, the form of majesty, for which Arjuna was given Divya Chakshu, the eyes of Devatas. So here Lord Krishna stops speaking. By giving him the Divya Chakshu, Lord Krishna will display the universal form. Having spoken, the Lord showed the universal form to Arjuna. Seeing that form, Arjuna described it to Lord Krishna. He repeats it to Lord Krishna. Sanjaya relates what Arjuna said in next 6 verses. 9 to 14, Sanjaya speaks on behalf of Arjuna what Arjuna is seeing. Then 15th onwards, Arjuna himself says what he is seeing.
हरे कृष्णा भाई.
हाँ, yes प्रभु.
अभी हमने लास्ट में हम देखा वी हैव सीन दैट कि यू हैव टोल्ड कि दिस सहस्र शिरा शरीर, दिस महाविष्णु फॉर्म इज हैज बीन सहस्र शिरा और सहस्र चक्षु एंड सहस्र बाहु.
That what is that prayer called? Sahasra Shirsha, a Purusha Sukta prayer.
Yeah, Purusha Sukta prayer.
Whenever Purusha Sukta prayer, even in our temple also we chant on every festival when Abhishek is going on, we chant behind the curtain. So this prayer actually addresses to the Karnodaksha Vishnu, who entered into our universe as Garbhodaksha Vishnu and who manifested the universal form. In one way, if you see through the meaning of the shlokas of the Purusha Sukta prayers, they actually describe the universal form. So that universal form which Lord Garbhodaksha Vishnu manifested in order to maintain the entire universe, all the different functions of the universe, is what is Purusha Sukta prayer.
So means that actually Mahavishnu does not have this Sahasra form. This is only for universal form.
No, Mahavishnu can also have Sahasra Shirsha form. He displays it to whenever devotees want to see him in that way. But here in this chapter 11, the form which we are going to discuss is, it is Sahasra Shirsha form, wherein one head is one Devata. One head is Indra, one head is Chandra, one head is Varuna, like that. All the devatas, the 3.3 crore devatas who are maintaining the entire universe are standing together. It is like a college group photo in which you can see everyone together.
Prabhuji, and Prabhuji, the next question is since there is whatever the Krishna manifest in different avatara, just like Avatar, Purusha Avatar, but this is not categorized in any other avatar. Even the Prabhupada also telling you the pure devotees does not meditate on that avatar. Then what is the means? This is only for those who are means neophyte devotee. For them, this universal form is given.
No, I will tell you. Actually, Bhagavatam talks about the Virat Rupa in the second and third cantos. 5 times Virat Rupa is mentioned, 3 times in second canto, 2 times in third canto. That Virat Rupa is nothing but one simple understanding. Recently, I was sharing with one devotee. See, I mean, because I am giving you this analogy because I am staying in the temple for last 7 years, almost. It's 10 years. If you remove VTI, BT, and with the paid 6 years, I am serving in various departments in the department of maintenance in the temple. So just like in any company, there are so many departments. Even in our temple also, so many departments are there. Every individual department is taken care by different set of devotees. One devotee is called as department head, etc., etc. Same way, in the entire universe also there are so many departments. There is something called rain department. Indra is the in charge. There is something called air department. Vayu is the in charge. Something called water department. Varuna is the in charge. So in the Bhagavatam, the Virat Rupa is mentioned by telling that so and so activity has to take place in the universe, and this activity will be taken care by so and so Devata. Giving rains, taken care by Indra. Giving water and taste, taken care by Varuna. And air is taken care by Vayu. Like that, various devatas are mentioned, the in charge of various departments. So that is called the functional form of the universe. How the different functions are happening in the universe, because universe has to be maintained. Lord Vishnu maintains with the help of all the devatas. And here, all the devatas who are maintaining the entire universe have come together for a group photo session, and that group photo session will be displayed to Arjuna. All the devatas who are maintaining the entire universe are shown to Arjuna in one place. So that is the Virat Rupa, the universal form which displayed to Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. All the devatas, yes, Mataji.
No, you complete, Roji, then I'll ask my doubt.
So I mean to say that all the devatas who are taking the responsibility of different functions of the universe are being shown to Arjuna in one place. The different heads in that universal form representing different devatas. That's all.
Okay, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, one clarification. This universal form is the expansion of Garbhodaksha Vishnu and not the Mahavishnu or the Lord Vishnu in the Vaikuntha, right? Because this is a material form, and in the Lord Vishnu there is no material existence as such. That's right. It is the correct understanding? Or?
See, material form in the sense, this is the form of the maintenance of the universe. That's why the universe is material, so we can say this is material form. So this universal form is not there in the spiritual world because it is not required. In the spiritual world, there is no maintenance.
Correct.
Only in the material world, maintenance is required, and that is the responsibility of Lord Vishnu. And how Lord Vishnu does the maintenance? By expanding himself into universal form.
Okay.
In which different responsibilities are allocated to different devatas. One devata will do one service. So what kind of service they do is described in the Bhagavatam, second canto, third canto. Who are all the devatas doing all these services is shown in the Bhagavad Gita.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
This question is from last, like Vibhutis. Now you told compound words. The God is like dual compound. That is not like clear to me.
Okay. So nothing. There are different compound words in which some of the compound words, only one half of the word is important, other half is not important. But in the dual compound, the full word is important. Dual compound is like Ramakrishna, Krishna Balram.
Okay, Dvand Samas, is it?
Dvanda Samas.
Okay. And what is this? Just one more. Logicians make conclusive truth. So is it Vad or what? Like,
Yeah. There are three kinds of debates: Vada, Jalpa, and Vitanda.
okay, okay. So this is Vad. Okay. In English, I was
Vada
learning.
represents Lord Krishna.
Okay,
So that
okay.
Vada is that kind of debate which is performed to establish what is absolute truth, who is absolute truth.
Okay.
Jalpa is to establish my own opinion. I will repeat to others to establish my opinion. And Vitanda is only interested in defeating others, not interested in establishing his own opinion, not interested in establishing the Supreme Lord. So these are different forms of debates.
Okay, so in English the words were little different, so I got confused. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, in the previous verses, we saw that Krishna is, I have not shown this form to anyone before.
Yes.
So this is something different from what was shown to Duryodhan?
Yes, that is different. It is completely different. Duryodhana did not see this form. For Duryodhana, Lord Krishna just increased his size because Duryodhana wanted to arrest Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna became very big, like Bajranga Bali. When Hanumanji wanted to jump from Rameshwaram to Lanka, he became very huge in size. So like that, Krishna also became very huge. So whatever the iron chains which Duryodhana prepared, maybe of some distance, maybe few meters. So Lord Krishna became hundreds of meters. How can he bind him? So from that point of view, he showed that form. That is huge size, huge bodied form. But herein, he is going to show all the devatas together.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, any reference to Lord shows in universal form in previous ages?
He showed the universal form to Mother Yashoda, that is different. And he showed to Markandeya Rishi also, the entire universe, that is also different. And this form was not shown to anybody before. Even
This
Lord
is only
Krishna
Dwapar Yuga, na?
Dwapar Yuga.
Not the previous age any.
No, Krishna himself is telling, I did not show to this to anybody before.
Okay.
So it was not shown to before. First time he is displaying it to Arjuna.
Oh.
Okay, we'll go ahead. Yes, Prabhu.
This particular universal form is an expansion of which Vishnu, Mahavishnu or Garbhodaksha Vishnu?
It is Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Garbhodaksha Vishnu is an expansion of Karnadaksha Vishnu.
So this universal form which Lord Krishna shows, it's an expansion of Garbhodaksha Vishnu.
Actually, truly speaking, the universal no. In the Bhagavatam, it is clear. The Virat Rupa, the gross universal form, is a manifestation from Garbhodaksha Vishnu. And all the devatas are also manifested, most of the devatas, principal devatas are also manifested from Garbhodaksha Vishnu. But the same Garbhodaksha Vishnu expands himself as Kshirodaksha Vishnu, who is the responsible for the maintenance of the universe. So under his supervision, all the devatas will maintain the universe. So all those devatas who are maintaining the universe are displayed together now. So the main head, the central head of the entire universal form, we can say that is Kshirodaksha Vishnu. If you see the Bhagavad Gita cover page, the entire universal form is there in that main form which is in the middle. That form is Kshirodaksha Vishnu. And all the other side heads, they are all different devatas. So in that way, we can understand.
But Prabhupada mentioned that this is a material form, but Kshirodaksha Vishnu is completely spiritual.
See, Prabhuji, we are not talking about what form it is. We are telling that this is the combination of all the personalities who are maintaining the universe. It is, see, Prabhupada is telling in such a way that in India, people give more importance to universal form than Krishna. Even in the movies also, the Bhagavad Gita ends by showing the universal form, by giving a hint that the universal form is the topmost. But later on we study in the chapter, universal form is not topmost, it is Krishna's form is the topmost. That is the remaining part of the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. But for outside people, universal form is topmost. So in order to negate that idea, Lord Krishna mentions in the chapter, devotees are not interested in the material form of the display of the material form of the universe. So from that way we have to see. So what I am telling is a technical understanding of the universal form. So what Prabhupada is telling in relation to the understanding of the people outside India, in the India, outside devotee community. If you have seen Mahabharat serial or any other movies connected to Mahabharat, they show the universal form and they say Bhagavad Gita is over. But there are 7 more chapters are there in Bhagavad Gita. They are not interested in that.
So this universal form is also spiritual in the sense?
It is neither spiritual, it is not spiritual. It is a form with which Lord Vishnu, Shiva Vishnu maintain the universe. It is not a permanent form, Prabhu. It is displayed. It is like in Chaupati temple, there are 100 brahmacharis. They will be doing different services. But one day, they are called for a photo session. So they all came together. That is what this universal form. All the devatas are doing their respective functions, respective sevas. But Lord Krishna bringing them together and showing to Arjuna, who are all maintaining the universe. Lord Vishnu is also maintaining the universe. You agree?
Yes.
Kshirodaksha Vishnu. So he is also there in the universal form.
Okay.
Sanjaya Uvacha Eva Muktva Tato Rajan Mahayogeshwaro Hari Darshayam Asapataya Paramam Rupam Aishwaram.
Sanjaya said, O king, having spoken thus, the Supreme Lord of all mystic power, the personality of Godhead, displayed his universal form to Arjuna.
Then Sanjaya is now speaking what Arjuna is seeing. So Lord Krishna displayed the universal form to Arjuna. Now what Arjuna is going to see is displayed, mentioned in the future verses. Then after giving Arjuna the celestial eyes, O Dhritarashtra, the Lord, the great master of yoga, showed that supreme form of power, Aishwaram Rupam. Arjuna also told that I want to see the Aishwaram Rupam. So here Paramam Rupam Aishwaram. Aishwaram Rupam is shown to Arjuna. Aneka Vaktra Nayanam, Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam, Aneka Divya Bharanam, Aneka Divya Neko Divya Neko Dhyayutayudam, Divya Malyambaradaram, Divya Kandanulepanam, Sarvascharyamayam Devam, Anantam Vishwatomukam.
Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful vision. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine upraised weapons. He wore celestial garlands and garments, and many divine scents were smeared over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, all expanding.
So here it says that Aneka Vaktra Nayanam. Aneka Vaktra means unlimited. Vaktra refers to the mouths. And Aneka Nayanam, unlimited eyes. Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam, unlimited beautiful forms. Aneka Divya Abharanam, unlimited Abharanas, the garments and jewelry, etc. Divya Aneka Ujjuta Ayudam, unlimited shining weapons. The weapons are shining brightly. So many times Divya comes na. Divya indicates the Devata. So what Lord Krishna is displaying the Devata form, the combination of all the Devatas. So everything is there, like heavenly. Malya Ambara Dharam. He was wearing unlimited garlands. Ambara, he was wearing unlimited clothes. Divya Gandha Anulepanam. His whole body is smeared with Anulepanam. Gandha Anulepanam. The fragrant lepa. Chandan Yatra is the last day. Today is the last day of Chandan Yatra. So kindly have the darshan of Lord's body applied with Chandan. Tomorrow onwards we will be having a normal darshan. So here also lot of lepanam is applied to all the forms of universal form. Sarvascharya Mayam Devam. This form is filled with Ascharya. It is a wonder which no one would experience. No, everyone want to see. Anantam is unlimited. It is everywhere. Vishwato Mukam. This form is spread all over the universe, consisting of unlimited faces. So this is what Arjuna is seeing. So Sanjay is relating. And now the next verse describe the incomparable effulgence of that form. Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhaved Yugapadustita Yadi Bha Sadrishi Sasyad Bhasha Tasya Mahatmana.
If hundreds of thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, their radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form.
So if thousands of suns come together at one place, how brightly it is. That is what is displayed to. That is what is being displayed. So now one thing, if you remember, just now Prabhuji mentioned that what was the form displayed to Duryodhana. Even when the form displayed to Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra asks, I want to see that form, can you give me the eyes? That time also Lord Krishna gave eyes to Dhritarashtra. So what Dhritarashtra saw is only light. Dhritarashtra could not see the personal feature of Lord Krishna clearly. He only saw the light. Then he said that I cannot bear the effulgence which you are displaying. Please give me blindness again. So now here Sanjay is also saying that I am seeing the effulgence of thousands of suns together. So that is what it is. So when thousands of suns come together, that effulgence is shown to Arjuna, and which is Sanjay is narrating. But later on, Arjuna will be able to see everything very clearly, crystal clear, by the mercy of Lord Krishna. And Sanjay will describe everything clearly by the mercy of Vyasadeva. Then what happened? Tatraikastam Jagat Krishnam Pravibhaktam Anekadha Apashya Deva Devasya Sharire Pandavastada.
At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands.
Tatraikastam Jagat Krishnam. Again, Jagat Krishnam word is used here. Previously also Lord Krishna mentioned the Jagat Krishnam. So at one place, standing on his own chariot, within that one universal form, he displayed the entire universe. Pravibhaktam Anekada, which are the entire universe actually has multiple divisions. Anekada, unlimited divisions, but they are all shown in one palm, one place. How? Apashya Deva Devasya. Lord Krishna is called as the Lord of the Lords. Deva Deva Jagatpate. Sharire Pandavastada. In the body of that universal form, Arjuna is seeing the entire universe, which was actually spread all over the universe. But now he is able to see everything together. There in the body of Lord Krishna, with 1,000 heads, in that sacred form, Arjuna then saw the whole universe, all its various parts in one place. The entire universe, which is spread all over the universe, is seen by Arjuna in one place. This happens by the mercy of Lord Krishna. Tata sa Vishmaya Vishto Harsharoma Dhananjaya Pranamya Shirasha Devam कृतांजलिर abhasata.
Then, bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on end, Arjuna bowed his head to offer obeisances and with folded hands began to pray to Supreme Lord.
Vismaya Vishto. That indicates that Tata sa Vismaya Vishto. So having seen that, Arjuna goes through the Vismaya Rasa. Vismaya means Adbhuta Rasa. If something is shown to you, something very, very, very wonderful, you become you experience some wonder. Great wonder is being experienced by you. You go through astonishment. Hey, what is this? I never seen this. I never know this. Something like this can be there. So Arjuna is going through the Adbhuta Rasa. There are 12 rasas Lord Krishna displays at various places in his various pastimes. So here, till now, Arjuna had friendly relationship with Lord Krishna. But from the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, he assumed the role of a disciple with Lord Krishna. But now by seeing this universal form, he is going through the Adbhuta Rasa, the wonder, the Rasa of the wonder. He is going through amazement by looking at this amazing grandeur of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is showing the majesty, his own majesty. Seeing that, Arjuna is going through Adbhuta Rasa, having seen a wonderful, the most wonderful form in the entire universe. So what are the effect of that Vismaya Rasa? Hrishta Roma Dhananjaya, the hair standing on the end. Pranamya Shirasa Devam, Arjuna bowed down in front of Lord Krishna's universal form. Kritanjalir Abhasate. This form is called Kritanjali, keeping both the hands in the obeisances, offering obeisances form. Abhasate, he began to speak. Now from verse number 15, the whole chapter, Arjuna only speaks. That is what mentioned here. Bending his head down, offering obeisances to universal form, experiencing Vismaya, astonishment and wonder, having hair stand on hand, Arjuna is going to speak to Lord Krishna. Arjuna, who knew Lord Krishna as his friend, then experienced Adbhuta Rasa, astonishment, on seeing at that time the form with 1,000 heads, which he understood actually existed within Lord Krishna. Looking at Lord Krishna, experiencing Adbhuta Rasa continuously, Arjuna spoke. Arjuna is actually continuously gazing at Lord Krishna's universal form and continuously experiencing that Adbhuta Rasa, and now he is going to speak out. What he is seeing, what he is experiencing. What did Arjuna say? This is described in 7 verses from verse number 15 to 21. Arjuna describes the universal form which he is seeing, which he is experiencing in astonishment, the majesty which he is seeing. He will describe from 15 to 21. It is actually 7 verses. Yes?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, from text 9 to text 14, these verses are said by, described by Sanjay.
Sanjay.
Yeah. So is it Sanjay is also seeing this Virat Rupa?
By the mercy of Vyasdev, Sanjay is also seeing the Virat Rupa.
And he is also experiencing the same feeling what Arjuna is experiencing?
No,
or
not like,
he is only explaining what Arjuna is.
Yeah, actually, it is mentioned in that, if you remember in that verse, what Arjuna is seeing and speaking to Lord Krishna, Sanjaya is relating to Dhritarashtra. So one way, as you mentioned, it is Arjuna who is seeing the universal form and speaking out to Krishna that what he is seeing. So hearing that, Sanjaya is relating to Dhritarashtra.
Okay. So here the experience of Arjuna is not experienced by Sanjay.
Not.
even after he also seeing the same Virat Swarup of Krishna.
Sanjay is only repeating the words of Arjuna. Sanjay is not seeing the universal form. Because Lord Krishna says that I will give you the Divya Chakshu by which you can see the universal form. It is only Arjuna seeing the universal form, not Sanjaya. Sanjay is just repeating. So till now, from verse number 9 to 14, it is like second hand description. Arjuna said and Sanjaya repeated it. And now it is first hand description. What Arjuna is saying is directly mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. From now on.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, as you said, Sanjay is describing what Arjun is seeing. But in here it is saying, he is saying ना कि संजय वाचा के बाद के उन्होंने ऐसा देखा, उसमें दिव्य माला थे, वस्त्र थे, ये अर्जुन ने अभी बोला नहीं है. But still he is able to describe, मतलब he, because he has also divya drishti given by Vyasdev, so he can also see Bhagwan.
Yeah,
because he is describing na.
From Vyasdev gave him that mercy, that is also there. But here one statement is mentioned. You just see this. Seeing that form, having spoken, the Lord showed the universal form to Arjuna. Seeing that form, Arjuna described it to the Lord. Sanjaya relates what Arjuna said in 6 verses.
No, Prabhuji, if I am not wrong, actually what happened is Krishna is showing him अर्जुन को दिखा रहे हैं और उसके बाद अर्जुन केवल देख रहे हैं. In the meantime, Sanjay is also seeing and saying to Dhritarashtra कि अर्जुन ये देखा और मतलब ऐसा ऐसा उनमें दिखाई दिया. और उसके बाद जब अर्जुन ने बोलना शुरू किया तो फिर अर्जुन ने जो बोला फिर वो बताया.
Okay, हो सकता है, ऐसे भी हो सकता है. But I'm just taking the meaning of this verse, this particular sentence. I'm thinking like that. So in that way. So Sanjay also might have given the vision of the universal form. Fine, no problem.
Actually, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Actually,
Yes.
even I had the same question and the same thing in my mind. Like, why Sanjaya's dialogues are being mentioned in this particular. When
Yeah.
Arjuna is seeing directly and Krishna is explaining him directly. So why these are introduced in between? Like, it says that Sanjaya relates, but the necessity for Sanjaya to relate is to mention in the in between is even I thought about that. Like, why is it that Sanjaya has to?
Even I also heard like that only when Chaitanya Charan Prabhu was speaking about this Bhagavad Gita. So he said that these verses are talking about that form envisioned by Sanjaya. Sanjaya envisioning that form and speaking it to Dhritarashtra. So later on Arjuna is speaking, those same words are repeated as it is.
Okay.
So that is true.
No, just a question in the mind arises, like why these verses are being mentioned. That's it. Thank you, brother.
But in English we have something called direct sentence and indirect sentence. So I was thinking that what Sanjaya spoke they are indirect sentence.
Okay.
So instead of telling that Arjuna saw those things, he is telling that these things are shown, these things are shown.
No, but the question is clarifying that when when Krishna is speaking directly, Arjuna is speaking directly. With Sanjaya's dialogues are been, whatever the statements he's saying has been introduced. So that's a
see, we can accept both the possibilities. There is nothing wrong in it. Sanjay also can see because he is bestowed by bestowed the mercy, Divya Chakshu by
that
Lord
divine
Vyasa.
vision is that it's understood that okay, he's seeing and he can narrate the form or universal form. That is understood.
That is understood. Yeah.
Yeah. But the only thing is, ye nahi samajh mein aaya.
Yeah. But one thing, if you see, since it is the divine form, see, if we kind of limit it, Vyasa was given the vision to Sanjaya to see what's happening in Kurukshetra battle.
Yeah.
And Krishna gave the vision to Arjuna to see what's happening in the heavenly abode.
Okay.
This universal form is the form of heaven. The Devatas. All the Devatas that are there in the heaven. It is a vision of the heaven. So whether that vision is also given to Sanjaya, we don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Because and Krishna says that this form is never shown to anybody. I'm giving to you. I'm giving you the special eyes to see this form. It is only for you.
Oh.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
So that means if we take this by word, then that means ki Sanjay is not experiencing the experience what Arjuna is experiencing right now.
That even I thought like that. That's why I put this sentence also here. Sanjay relates what Arjuna said in 6 verses, and then those words of Arjuna directly mentioned later on.
Okay.
So I mean, while preparing, I thought like that. That's why I mentioned also in the same way. So what Sumit Prabhu is mentioning, of course, that also we can consider. If Vyasa has given him that potency also, he also can see the universal form and he can describe what he is seeing. There is nothing wrong in it. We are not saying that is not possible. So this is how I read and I prepared. So I'm just repeating as it is. So that possibility also can be there. We can accept both. There is nothing wrong in it.
Yes. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
So, but basically one thing, kindly remember here, this Vismaya Vishto. Now the rasa between Krishna and Arjuna is changing. Before the battle, it was friendly Sakya rasa. And from the beginning of Bhagavad Gita till now, it was, we can say, kind of Dasya rasa, Guru and disciple. And now it is changing into Adbhuta rasa or Vismaya rasa. Later on, after a couple of verses later, it will change into Bhayanak rasa. From verse number 22 onwards, it will become Bhayanak rasa. So kindly remember these rasas, the change of rasas, what's happening. Arjuna uvacha pashyami devam savadeva dehe sarvam tata bhuta vishesha sanghan brahmanamisham kamalasanastam rishim cha sarvanurugam cha divyan.
Arjuna said, "My dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine serpents.
Pashyami devam savadeva deva. I am seeing all the devatas. Sarvam tata bhuta vishesh sangam. All the variety of living entities grouped together. I am seeing them together. Sangha is like सत्संग प्रोग्राम. जैसे सत्संग प्रोग्राम में सब लोग एक साथ बात में ना, ऐसे सब लोग एक साथ आ गए. And then whom all is seeing is talking about special personalities. Brahmanam Isham Kamalasanastam. So Brahmanam refers to Brahma, Isham refers to Lord Shiva also, Kamalasanastam, the Brahma being seated on the lotus flower. Rishimcha, the various variety of sages. Sarvam, all the sages. Sarvan Urugamsha Divyan, all the divine snakes. He is also seeing the divine snakes. All the variety of big snakes he is seeing. So all the list of the people whom he is seeing is mentioning now. I see a collection of creatures as well as Brahma and Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Here Isham is taken as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So Prabhupada mentions Isham as Lord Shiva. I think previous acharyas are mentioning it as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Situated as Antaryami within the lotus seated Brahma, Kamalasanastam, and snakes, Urugan. So it is actually referring to Garbhodakshaya Vishnu because the lotus is coming out of the stem of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. On top of the lotus there is Brahma, and as Paramatma of the entire lotus, Arjuna is seeing the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu also. So in that way, Arjuna then described the forms of devas and others that he saw in the body of the universal form. Aneka bahudara vakta netram pashyami tva sarvato ananta rupam nantam na madhyam na punastavadin pashyami vishveshwara vishwarupa.
Lord of the universe, O universal form, I see in your body many arms, bellies, mouths, and eyes, expanded everywhere. without limit. I see in you no end, no middle, and no beginning.
He says that Aneka Bahu, unlimited hands, Aneka Udara, unlimited bellies, unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes. So Ananta Rupam, I see this unlimited form. Na Antam, there is no end to it. There is no middle. There is no Adi. It is there everywhere. I don't know which is the beginning, which is middle, which is end. I see it everywhere. Pashyami Vishweshwara Vishwarupa. Vishweshwara, O Lord of the universe, O source of the universe, I am seeing your universal form. The form of the universe, the first Purusha, Mahavishnu. The creator of the universe is Mahavishnu. In that way, the Mahavishnu is indicated. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, in the previous verse, it is mentioned in the Purport that Garbhodaksha Vishnu lies in the bed of Vasuki. I thought it is the Anantashesh over which the Vishnu is lying. So, is it Vasuki?
No. The Ananta Vishnu, that is actually Anantashesh, expansion of Balramji only. He can be called as Vasuki also sometimes in some places. So Prabhupada is mentioning that. There is another Vasuki who is used in Samudra Manthan pastime. He is a Jiva. But this at the bed of Anantasheshi is Lord Vishnu's expansion, Garbhodaksha, Balramji's expansion only. That is not Jiva. Now Arjuna described the form in another way. Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrinam Cha Tejo Rashim Sarvato Deeptimantam Pashyami Tvam the Durniriksham Samantat Deepta Nalarka Dutima Prameyam.
Your form is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence, spreading on all sides like blazing fire or immeasurable radiance on sun. Yet I see this glowing form everywhere, adorned with various crowns, clubs, and dishes.
Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrinam Cha Tejo Rashim Sarvato Deeptimantam Pashyamitvam Durniriksham Samantat. Durniriksham means I am not able to see it. Just like in the one of the previous verses, Sanjay says that Lord Krishna's Virat Rupa is like thousands of suns coming together. Deepta Anala Arka Dyutim Aprameyam. Aprameyam means immeasurable light that is coming out of sun and Agni. Anala means Agni and Arka means sun. Dyutim, the light that is coming out of unlimited suns and unlimited Agnis is what is being shown to me. I am not able to see it. Durniriksham Samantas. Tejo Rashim Sarvato Deeptimantam. All the Tejo Rashim, all the Rashis, all the Nakshatras, all the suns, all the moons, everything put together which emit light. What would be the combined light? That much light is being shown to me. I am not able to see it. That is what Arjuna describes here. Tvamaksharam paramam veditavyam tvamasya vishwasya param nidhanam tvamavyaya shattvata dharma gopta sanatanatvam purusho mato me.
You are the supreme premier objective. You are the ultimate resting place of all this universe. You are inexhaustible and you are the oldest. You are the maintainer of the eternal religion, the personality of Godhead. This is my opinion.
So here, Lord Krishna in a way glorifying Krishna is glorified by Arjuna in different by calling him with different attributes. So all these attributes which Arjuna is mentioning now, he also used in one of the previous chapter, verse number 12, wherein Arjuna said that Param Brahma, Parandama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham, Shashwatam, Divyam, Adidevam, Ajam Vibhu. All those attributes which used in the verse number 12, Arjuna again using now. Tam Aksharam Paramam. You are Param Aksharam. That means Param Brahman. Aksharam refers to Brahman also. Aksharam Param Brahma. So from that way, Paramam Aksharam. You are Param Aksharam. And Veditavyam. You are supposed to be known. Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidanam. Tvamasya Vishwasya Param. You are the maintainer of the entire universe. And under your shelter, the entire universe is running. And it is you in whom the universe enters into after annihilation. Tvam Avyaya. You are the inexhaustible. eternal Lord. Shashwata Dharma Gopta, you are the protector of the eternal religious principles. Sanatanaswam, you are the eternal personality. Or Tvam Sanatana Purusha, you are the eternal personality of Godhead. Matome, this is my understanding. So whatever Arjuna mentioned in 10-12, Param Brahma, Parandama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham, Shashwatam, Divyam, Adidevam, Ajamibu. He is repeating that. And whatever Lord Krishna will speak later on in one of the future chapters, in the 14th chapter, last verse, wherein Lord Krishna will say, Brahmano hi pratishtaham amrutasya vyasya shashvatasya dharmasya sukasya aikantikasya. And those attributes about himself, here Arjuna again indicating by mentioning in this verse. Basically, he's talking about various qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which he understands by seeing this universal form. Because by seeing this wonderful universal form, he is talking about Lord Krishna's potency in his various aspects. They are all mentioned here. You are the cause of creation, you are the cause of the maintenance, you are the cause of the annihilation, and you are the Parabrahma, you are the object of knowledge, and you are inexhaustible, eternal. Shashwat Dharma Gupta, you are the protector of the principles of Dharma, that is Bhakti. You are Sanatana Purusha. This is my understanding. Like that, Arjuna says. Seeing this inconceivable great form, I am convinced about you. You are known by the strivers for liberation as Brahman, Aksharam. You are the shelter and place of destruction for all the things, Nidanam. The protector of Dharma, spoken in the Vedas, Shashwata Dharma Gopta. And you are the most ancient person, Sanatana Purusha. These are the various attributes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which Lord Krishna, Arjuna is mentioning about Lord Krishna. Anadimadyantamananta Viryam Anantabahum Shashishurya Netram Pashyami Tvam Deepta Hutasha Vaktram Satejasa Vishwamidam Tapantam.
You are without origin, middle, or end. Your glory is unlimited. You have numberless arms, and the sun and moon are your eyes. I see you with blazing fire coming forth from your mouth, burning this entire universe by your own radiance.
Anadi Madhya Antam. I see you everywhere without any beginning, middle, and end. Ananta Viryam. This is the display of your unlimited potency, which displays Ananta Bahum, unlimited hands, Ananta unlimited Bahum, and then Shashi Surya Netram. In your display, I see sun and moon as your eyes. So what is indicated here is the Devatas, by seeing your eye, they see your eyes at the pleasing moonlight. The moonlight is very pleasing to look at. The Devatas are seeing your eyes, your compassionate eyes at the pleasing moonlight. And Asuras are seeing your two eyes are unbearable sunlight. This is the meaning of Shashisurya Netram. The Devatas are seeing your two eyes or two compassionate eyes of yours as the pleasing moonlight. And the Asuras are seeing your two eyes as the unbearable sunlight. Because the Lord's eyes are death for the Asuras. That's why they are not able to tolerate it in that way. Pasyamitvam Deepta Hutasha Vaktram. I also see that huge fire is coming out of your mouth. Deepta Hutasha Vaktram. Vaktram means your mouth. And then Swa Tejasa Vishwam Idam Tapantam. By your own Teja, by your own potency, the entire universe is getting tapantam, getting burnt. Basically, the Teja emitting from your universal form is actually burning the entire universe, because it is like thousands of suns coming together. Huge amount of heat is generating from Lord's body. thousands of sunlights are coming together, Shashitur Netram, and also so much fire is coming out of your mouth. So all these things is actually kind of burning the entire universe. That is what is indicated here. So Arjuna in a way actually repeating what is being told many times. From the very beginning, he's telling that Ananta Bahu, Ananta Shashi, Ananta Bhaktaram, like there are so many things he's mentioning again and again. That Prabhupada indicates that Arjuna seems to repeat the words, for he was submerged in the ocean of the rasa of astonishment, Mahavishmaya rasa. Uttering the statements 2 or 3 times out of joy or out of dismay or out of kindness is not a fault at all. So no problem. If somebody is in joy or astonishment, he can tell again and again, I have seen that, I have seen that, I have seen that. It is like this, it is like that one can say. So it is not a fault at Arjuna, but because he is experiencing Mahavismaya rasa, he is repeating the same things again and again, again and again. So now in 10 verses, Lord shows his form as them. Actually, this statement is supposed to come in the next verse. From 21 onwards, Lord Krishna will show the Kala Rupa. This by mistake I put it here. So this is actually supposed to be for the next verse. Dvava prithviyoridam antaram hi vyaptam tvaekena dishasya sarva दृष्ट्वाद्भुतं रूपमिदं तवोग्रं लोकत्रयं प्रव्यथितं महान्तम्.
Although you are one, you spread throughout the sky and the planet and all space between. O great one, seeing this wondrous and terrible form, all the planetary systems are perturbed.
So here he says that Divya a prithviyor idam antaram hi. I see your universal form occupying. Dyav refers to Swargaloka. Prithvi refers to Devaloka, Bhuloka. And Idam Antaram refers to Bhuvarloka. Your form is actually spread all over Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka and Swargaloka. Vyaptam Tvayaikena Dishasya Sarva. Being situated at one place, it is actually covering all the 8 directions. I see your form of Sahasra Shirsha Purusha spread all over the universe. And this is where the display of the Sahasra Shirsha Purusha ends. Now Lord Krishna is going to display Kala Rupa. And from 21, verse number 21 onwards, Arjuna will describe the Kala Rupa which he is going to see. And now he is going to indicate what is that Kala Rupa in the next 2 lines. Drishtvaadbhutam rupamidam tavogram. So till now, I have seen your Adbhuta Rupa of the Sahasra Shirsha Purusha form. Now I am seeing your Adbhuta Rupa of Kala Rupa. That is called Ugra Rupa. Tava Ugram. Rupam idam Tavogram. Now I am seeing your Adbhuta Ugra Rupa. This is Ugra Rupa refers to Kala Rupa. Lokatrayam Pravyatitam Mahantam. Which is actually causing fear in 3 planetary systems. Pravyatitam, putting everyone into Vyatha, in fear. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka are in fear by this Ugra Rupa. The Devatas, Asuras, Gandharvas, Kinnaras and others who are friendly or neutral had gathered to see the war, were given the celestial eyes to see his form. There is a connection to one of the future verses. It says that Arjuna, when he mentioned that Lokatrayam Pravyatitam Mahantam, the 3 planetary systems, the people of the Bhuloka, Bhuloka, Swargaloka are becoming fearful. That means they are also seeing. So the intent is all the Gandharvas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, Devatas, they are all standing in the sky who came to see the battle of Kurukshetra, who wanted to see the battle of Kurukshetra. So as Lord Krishna gave the Divya Chakshu to Arjuna, and he also allowed all the above Devatas to see this universal form. The Devatas are also simultaneously seeing the universal form along with Arjuna, because Lord Krishna gave them the permission. That will become more clear in the future verses, but because now it is said that Lokatrayam Pravyatitam, the three planetary systems, the people of the three planetary systems are experiencing Vyatha, experiencing distress, experiencing fear. That means they are also seeing. That is indicated by this sentence. The Devatas, Asuras, Gandharvas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, and all others who are assembled in the sky to see the battle, they were all given the eyes to see this universal form, and they are all fearful looking at it. If only Arjuna could see that form, it would have been like a sleeping person seeing a chariots or other objects in a dream, while others could not see them. The Lord did this. Matlab, he gave the eyes to other devatas also, so that many others could bear the witness his powers. Then what did they do? By seeing this Ugra Rupa, what the devatas did? Amihitva surasanga vishanti kechid bhita pranjalayo grunanti swastiti bhuktva maharshi siddha sanga stuvanti tvam stutibhi pushkalabhi.
All the hosts of demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Some of them, very much afraid, are offering prayers with folded hands. Hosts of great sages and perfected beings crying, all peace, are praying to you by singing the Vedic hymn.
So among all these people, Devatas, Asuras, Gandharvas, Kinnaras, and many others whose names are not mentioned also, those who are seeing the Ugra Rupa of Lord Krishna, that is basically the Kala Rupa of Lord Krishna, the universal form now. Amihi Tva Surasanga Vishanti. Those Surasanga, all the Sangha of the Devatas who are witnessing this Kala Rupa, some Kechit Bhita Pranjalayo Grunanti. Some of them are actually Bhita, they are actually becoming fearful. Pranjalayo, holding their hands like this, they are actually praying to Lord Krishna. My dear Lord, please, enough is enough. Please remove this form. Please remove this Ugra Rupa. We are not able to tolerate. We are not able to see it. Please, please, please stop this, stop this. Don't show us this. And some other Maharshi Siddha Sangha, the group of the great sages, the great Maharshis, they are saying that Swastiti, Swastiti. Let there be auspicious to the entire universe. Let there be auspiciousness. My dear Lord, please become peaceful. Please become peaceful. Don't show this Ugra Rupa. Don't show this Ugra Rupa. Let the people become pacified. Let everyone become normal. Stuvantitvam stutibhi pushkalabi. By chanting various mantras, they are trying to pacify the universal form. They are trying to pacify the Ugra Rupa of Lord Krishna, so that the people of the universe become normal, peaceful, sane. Otherwise, they are actually going through Bhita. They are going through fearful situation.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, but how this verse represent Kalroop? Everybody is doing.
Wait. This is Rupam idam tavogram. This Ugra Rupa is the Kala Rupa. From here, Kala Rupa is being discussed. Till now, the Sastra Shirsha Purusha, which is pleasing to look at, that was discussed. Now it is fearful to look at. So here, the Arjuna's rasa changes. Here, from here onwards, Arjuna is experiencing Bhayanak rasa, which is telling the Bhaya, by telling the Bhaya of the Devatas. All the Devatas are going through the fear. So by mentioning them, first Arjuna is telling the fear of the Devatas in the heaven, then he will tell the fear of his own in the future verses. Yes, Prabhu.
Got it, Prabhuji.
Yeah. If only Arjuna could see that form. Okay, this we have already did. Among the Devatas, some being afraid are standing at a distance with folded hands, praying, "Please protect us, O Master. Please stop this." Ugra Rupa, display of Ugra Rupa. The host of the great sages and Siddhas at other place, seeing the great danger, in order to pacify the Supreme Lord, they are praising you by saying, "Let there be auspiciousness for the entire universe." Swastiti, Swastiti. Like that they are saying. Then what happened? Rudraditya Vasavo Echa Sadhya Vishveshvinau Marutas Pascha Gandharva Yaksha Surasiddha Sangha Vikshante Tvam Vishmitas Chaiva Sarye.
All the various
All the various
manifestations.
manifestations of Lord Shiva, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Sadhyas, the Vishvedevas, the two Ashvis, the Maruts, the forefathers, the Gandharvas, the Yakshas, the Asuras, and the perfect demigods are beholding you.
So who are all seeing this universal form? Specifically the Ugra Rupa. Their names are mentioned. 11 Rudras, 12 Adityas, 8 Vasus, Sadhyas, and Ashwinis, 2 Ashwinis, 49 Marus. Shosmapa refers to the Pitrus. The Pitrudevas are also seeing. Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras, Siddhas. All these people are looking at this universal form. So indirectly indicates that all these people who are there just above the battlefield of Kurukshetra, they all assembled there to see the battle of Kurukshetra. So they were all shown the vision of universal form. This verse concludes the description of the three worlds being agitated and seeing the ferocious form with many teeth. Rupam Mahaste Bahuvaktra Netram Mahabaho Bahubahu Padam Bahudaram Bahudamshrakaralam Dashtva Pravyahita Tataham.
O mighty armed one, all the planets with their demigods are disturbed at seeing your great form, with its many faces, eyes, arms, thighs, legs, and bellies, and your many terrible teeth. And as they are disturbed, so am I.
So by seeing all these things, Rupam Mahatte, the great form of yours with Bahuvaktara, many mouths, many eyes, many Bahu, hands, Bahubahuru, many thighs, many legs, Padam, many feet, Bahu Udaram, many bellies, Bahu Damshra Karalam, many fearful teeth, Drishtva Loka, Pravyatitas, the entire universal beings, all the beings mentioned in the previous verse, they are all going through fear. Sataham, similarly, I am going through fear. So till now, Arjuna mentioned the fear of the people of the universe. Now Arjuna is going to talk about his own fear. Tavaham, I am also going through fear by seeing this Kalarupa. Arjuna expresses his pitiful state in 2 verses so that the Lord will withdraw this Kalarupa. Bhayanaka Kalarupa. Nabhasprusham deeptamaneka varnam Vyattanam diptavishalanetram Drishtva hitvam pravyatitantaratma Drishim na vindami samam cha Vishnu.
O all pervading Vishnu, you with your many radiant color touching the sky, your gaping mouth and your great glowing eyes, my mind is perturbed by fear. I can no longer maintain my steadiness or equilibrium of mind.
Nabhasprusham, your form is touching the upper skies. Deeptam, it is full of light. Aneka varnam, it is of many colors. Vyapta ananam, it is spread all over. Vyapta ananam refers to it is filled with so many mouths which are bright, full open. The mouths are all open. Deepta Vishala Netram. So then Deepta Vishala, from that wide open mouth coming Deepta. Deepta means light, the fire is emitting. Vishala Netram possesses so many netra, so many eyes. Eyes means not normal eyes, fearful eyes which are also emitting fire. Your eyes, so many eyes are also looking fear, giving fear to look at, and they are all emitting lot of fire. Drishta itvam pravehitantaratma. My antaratma, my personality is going through fear by looking at this form. Dhritim na vindami. I am not able to keep my consciousness together at one place. I'm not able to keep my steadiness at one place. Samamcha Vishnu. My mind also goes out of control. Like that Arjuna is explaining. Seeing you, I have become mentally agitated with fear and do not attain satisfaction. No Dhruti. Dhruti or Vindami. There is no satisfaction by seeing this fearful form. Previously, by seeing that Sahasra Shirsha Purusha form, I was experiencing satisfaction. I was happy to see that. But by seeing this Ugra Rupa, Kala Rupa, I am not happy. There is no Vinda, na Vindati, na Samam, no steadiness of mind. Here Arjuna expresses his rasa of fear, Bhayanaka rasa, caused by seeing the form of time, Kala Rupa. The rasa, Adbhuta rasa changed to Bhayanaka rasa. By seeing the wonderful form, Lord Arjuna was very happy. But now seeing this Ugra Rupa or Kala Rupa, Arjuna is not at all happy. Damshra Karalani cha te mukani दृष्ट्वैव कालानलसन्निधाने दिशो न जाने न लभेश शर्मा प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवासा.
O Lord of Lords, O refuge of the world, please be gracious to me. I cannot keep my balance, seeing thus your blazing, death-like faces and awful teeth. In all directions I am bewildered.
So here Arjuna says that Damshra Karalani cha te mukani. I see unlimited faces of yours, unlimited mouths of yours, in which all your mouths are open, and I see your fearful teeth. I see your teeth which actually create fear in my personality. Drishtra Karalani Sannibani. By seeing those fearful teeth spread all over, Dishona Jane. I can't see the directions. I only see your teeth which create fear in me. Na Labecha Sharma. I can't experience peace in my heart. Prasida Devesha Jagan Nivasa. Jagan Nivasa, O Lord of all the living entities, O shelter of all the living entities, please be peaceful. Please stop this display of your Ugrarupa. Please be merciful upon me. Stop this, stop this. Just like previously sages were praying and devatas were praying that Swastiti, Swastiti, please stop this, don't display this. Here Arjuna is also praying the same thing. Arjuna is also saying that please be very merciful to me. Stop this, don't show me this, be pacified, and stop this display of your form of Kalarupa. Seeing your ferocious teeth and mouth, which are similar to the fire of destruction at the end of the universe. Kala Anala. Kala Anala Sannibani means, Kala means the time of destruction, Anala means fire. That Samvartaka fire which will be generated at the time of annihilation. That fire is coming out of your mouths. Unable to recognize the directions, I find no comfort. I find no peace in my personality. So please stop this display of your Ugra Rupa. Ami cha tvam Dhartarashtasya putra sarve sahaivavani pala sangai Bhishmo Dronasuta pustra tatasau sahasmadiyair apiyodha mukhyair vaktranite tvaramana vishanti ధంశ్రా కరాళాని భయానకాని కేచిత్ విలగ్నా దశనాంతరేషు సందర్శయాతే చూర్ణితైర్ పుస్తమాంగై.
All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings and Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and our chief soldiers also, are rushing into your fearful mouths, and some I see strapped with your heads smashed between your teeth.
So in the previous verse it was mentioned that Arjuna was seeing unlimited faces of universal form with wide open mouths where the teeth are displayed, and in between lot of fire is emitting. That fire is like that Kalanala Sannibani, the Samvartaka fire which will be emitted from the mouth of Sankarshana at the time of annihilation. It was like that. Then what happened? Then what all Arjuna is saying? Ami Chatvam Dharta Rashtrasya Putra. He sees that all the sons of Dhritarashtra, Sarve Saha, along with Avanipala Sangani, along with the kings who are ruling various territories of the earth, along with the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra, all the other kings who came here to help Duryodhana, and also Bhishma, Drona, Karna, all these personalities. Then Sahasa, along with Asmadiyer Api, Yodhya Mukkai, and the prominent warriors of our own army also. So what is happening to all these people? The 100 sons of Dhritarashtra and all the variety of kings of the entire earth all over who are assembled in the battlefield of Kurukshetra to help Duryodhana, and also Asmadi there, all the warriors who are assembled here to help us, and Yodha Mukhe, the Pramukha Yodhas on our side, and the Pramukha Yodhas on the side of Duryodhana, Bhishma, Drona, and Karna. What is happening to them? Vaktranite Twaramana Vishanti. With eagerness, Twaramana, with fastness, they are entering into your fire emitting mouths. All the mouths you are displaying, into those mouths these people are running fast, running very fastly. Damshra Karalani Bayanakani, and they are smashed by your teeth. As they were entering those mouths, they are actually smashed by your teeth. They are crushed by your teeth. Kechit Vilagna Dashanantarena Tareshu Sandrishyante Churniter Uttamangai. Some of them are becoming churna, being crushed by your teeth and entering into your mouth. And some of them are there within the gaps of your teeth. They are not entered it into your mouth. So basically, what Arjuna is saying is, the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra and the prominent warriors of Dhritarashtra, Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and all other kings who are assembled there to assist Duryodhana, and also all the prominent warriors of Arjuna and other warriors of Arjuna, the entire army of Duryodhana and the entire army of Arjuna, everyone is entering into the mouth of Kalarupa, wherein that Kalarupa is crushing them and making them churna and swallowing them. And some of them are entered into the mouth, entered into the belly of Kalarupa. Some of them are still there stuck up in that within the teeth of Kalarupa. This is what Arjuna is seeing. The Lord previously said, see whatever else you desire to see. The Lord meant, see in my body the future victory of you and the future defeat of the Duryodhana. Now he shows this in 5 verses from 26 to 30 that was being shown, that was being displayed. all these sons of Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana and others, 100 sons headed by Duryodhana, along with the gathering kings Avanipala, such as Shalya and Jayadratha, and the sons of the charioteer, that is Karna, Asau, Sutaputra, are swiftly entering into your mouths. And even those who are famous as undefeatable, like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, which mentioned previously, are entering your mouths along with their chief warriors. That is, along with our chief warriors such as Drushtadrumna, etc., etc. They are also entering into your gaping mouths, which emits fire. So this is what being seen by Arjuna. This is the display of the Kala Rupa. For all the people who are entering into the mouths of this Virat Rupa swiftly, they are described into two categories. In order to indicate the two categories of people, two examples are mentioned. Two examples are given to describe their entering into the mouths in two verses. Yata nadinam bahavombu vega samudrameva bimuka pradravanti tata tavami antar tata tavami naraloka veera vishanti vaktrani abhivijwalanti.
As the many waves of the rivers flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors enter blazing into your mouths.
So just like all the rivers swiftly flow toward the ocean, even though in spite of there are maybe so many obstacles in between in the form of mountains, but crossing through all the mountains, all the bridges, they finally land into the ocean. Tatat Tavami Naraloka Veera. Similarly, all these Naraloka Veera, all the kings of the earth, so many kings, Vishanti Vaktrani Abhijwalanti, they are entering into your fire emitting mouths. Just like all the rivers enter into ocean, they are all entering into your fire emitting mouths. Yata pradiptam jwalanam patanga vishanti nashaya samudra vega tataiva nashaya vishanti lokas tavapi vaktrani samudra vega.
I see all people rushing full speed into your mouths as moths dash to destruction in a blazing fire.
So herein Arjuna says that Yata pradiptam jwalanam patanga. Patanga means insect. When the electricity is gone away, if you lit a lamp, a candle or gas lamp or etc., whatever it is, then so many insects will move around that lamp. And thinking that this lamp is a wonderful object to eat, they enter into that fire of the lamp and they will be burnt by that lamp. Vishanti nashaya samudra vega. Samruddha vega. With increasing speed, these moths, the patangas enter into the fiery lamp, and they will die by entering into it. Tata eva. Similarly, nashaya vishanti lokas tavapi vaktarani samruddha vega. Similarly, many of the great warriors of this battlefield, they are also entering into your vaktarani, the opened mouths which were emitting fire. Samruddha vega, with increasing speed, they are entering into your mouths. Just like the moths are entering into fire, just like the rivers are entering into ocean, all the warriors assembled here, they are entering into your gaped mouths. The understanding is, in the first example, they, that means the rivers, enter the ocean unintentionally, whether they want or not, but by the arrangement of the nature, they are supposed to go to the ocean. without understanding why they are entering into ocean. They will go to ocean. But in the second example, the moths, patanga, they know that this is fire. They are entering into fire. They willingly entering into fire. The understanding is, some of the kings who assembled in the battlefield, when they came to battlefield, they thought that we will become victorious and we'll go back home by becoming victorious. They never knew that they are going to die in the battlefield, but they always thought that they will become victorious and they will go back home with Vijay Pataka. So they are like rivers. They don't know what is going to happen. They have come to battlefield of Kurukshetra, but they have entered into Kalarupa and they died. They are like the rivers. But some people knew for sure that they are going to die in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Personalities like Bhishma, Drona. They know, because they did not open their mouth when Draupadi was trying to be disrobed by Duryodhana. They know that as a result of that, as a punishment for that indifference, they are going to die in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. They have come to battlefield of Kurukshetra willingly with a desire to leave their body. So they are like the moths, patanga, which is entering into fire with knowing that they are going to die. Such comparison is given for the people who are dying in the battlefield of Kurukshetra.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, but Patanga also do not know that it will die.
No, but at least here the understanding, the Acharya says that Patanga know that this fire is harming till it enters. Thinking that though it may be harmful, but there may be some pleasure, thinking that it enters in that way.
Okay.
But here the example we have to see is that Bhishma, Drona, they know that this battlefield is meant for their own death, because they accepted that, okay, we need to get death because we did not do anything when Draupadi was attempted to be disrobed. As a result, we are supposed to be punished. So they have come with that intention to battlefield of Kurukshetra. Bhishma, Drona, even Shalya also, when he was cheated by Duryodhana, he knew that in one sense he will be killed by the Pandavas. Then he accepted it willingly. Okay, no problem. If I have to die, I will die by parting Duryodhana. Like that. Having described how the warriors enter the mouths of the universal form, Arjuna described the effulgence coming from the form and how it spreads all over. Leliyase grasamana samantal lokan samagran vadaner jwaladbhi tejo birapurya jagas samagram basha tavogra pratapanti Vishnu.
O Vishnu, I see you devouring all people from all sides with your flaming mouths, covering all the universe with your effulgence. You are manifest with terrible scorching rays.
He said that Leliyase grasamana samantal lokan samagran vadaner jwaladbir. Vadaner means your face, specifically here your mouth, jwaladbir, which is emitting fire. With that mouth, what you are doing? Lokan samagran. You are actually all the assembled warriors in the battlefield. You are eating them up. Leliyase. It is Leliyase means it is like when you are eating some juicy food. Some of the juice is there on the lips, and with your tongue, taking tongue outside, you are actually taking out that juice also and licking that juice which is there on your lips and swallowing it. Grasamana samantal. When you are actually crushing these warriors with your teeth, some of their bodies are there on your lips, and with your tongue you are taking them inside and swallowing them. Like that, you are swallowing all the warriors assembled on this battlefield with your Kalarupa. And that Kalarupa, Tejo Bir Apurya Jagas Samandram. It is actually that Kalarupa emitting light which spread all over the universe. Basha Tavogra Prapatanti Vishnu. My dear Vishnu, my dear, all pervading Lord Vishnu, your universal form is actually your Ugra Rupa, spreading light all over the universe. It emitting Bhasha means it effulgence all over universe, by which Pratapanti, the whole universe is going through thap, distress. After describing the Lord in his universal form, equipped with his time energy, from verse number 20 to 30, almost 20 and a verses, describes the Kala Rupa. Knowing the truth of this form, Arjuna asks about this form in order to strengthen his knowledge of the matter. Now Arjuna is going to ask, who are you? What is this form, the bionic form which you are displaying me today? Akyani ko bhavanugra rupo namostu te deva vara prasida vijñātumiccāmi bhavantamadhya nai prajanami tava pravrittim.
O Lord of Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is.
Yeah. Akya me ko bhavan ugrarupo. O Lord, O displayer of Ugrarupa, who are you? Akya me ko bhavan, who are you? Please tell me. So he's asking finally, please tell me who are you? You are displaying this fearful Ugrarupa. Namostute Deva Varaprasida. Please become satisfied by accepting my humble obeisances. Vijñātu miccāmi bhavanta madhyam. I desire to know about you, who are spread everywhere. What is your origin? Nahi prajanami. I don't know what is the origin of your, what is the source of you. Tava pravrittim. And I also don't know what is your intention in manifesting this Ugrarupa. Pravritti refers to his intention. What is his activity? And Adhyam refers to the source. I don't know about your source. I don't know about your intention with which you are coming in this Ugrarupa. Can you please tell me if you are kind enough? So that was the intention with which here Arjuna is asking. Arjuna had requested the Lord to see that form of power endowed with 1,000 heads in 11.3. I wanted to see you, Aishwara Rupa. The Lord showed that form, and then he shows that same form as the most ferocious destroyer. First, Lord showed the universal form, Sahasra Shirsha Purusha form, which created Advaita Rasa in Arjuna. Then he showed Ugrarupa that created ferocious, that created Bhayanaka Ras in Arjuna. Now, Arjuna is asking, tell me who you are in that ferocious form. O best deity, Deva Vara, I offer respects to you. Be merciful and give up that terrible form. I desire to know you, the first being. Particularly, I do not understand your action. Why have you done this? Tell me the purpose with which you have appeared in this Ugra Rupa. Being implored, Lord answers. Who the Lord is, why he is displaying this Kala Rupa, and why he is displaying the result that is going to happen. That entry of the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra, Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and all these prominent warriors on his side, all the other warriors on the side of Kauravas and Pandavas, everyone is entering into Ugra Rupa. So what is the mission? What is your mission? What is your origin? These are the two questions Arjuna asked to Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna will reply tomorrow. So we'll stop here. We'll continue with the reply of Lord Krishna in the tomorrow's class. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
One
Krishna,
second.
Prabhuji.
Hare. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, one
Prabhuji, Hare
second.
Krishna.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Correct.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, you want one question?
Yes, Prabhu, please ask.
Prabhu, in your in the Bhagavatam, this is not related to today's Shastra class. In your Bhagavatam lecture, you mentioned all the list of Aranyakas, Samhitas, Brahmanas, and Upanishads.
Sir, you unmute again and repeat. Many people are.
Yes. So in your Bhagavatam class, you mentioned that there are the list of Aranyakas, Brahmanas, Samhitas, and Upanishads in each and every Veda. Then why do we say there are 108 Upanishads? Then what are they?
See, there are 1130 Upanishads written by Vyasadeva. Out of which, many of the Upanishads were burnt by different people in the past. About 1000 years back, many were burnt. So we are left with 220 Upanishads. So among them, 108 are most important, upon which various acharyas have various commentaries. The one mention of 108 is mainly the number of prominent Upanishads. But in total, there are 1130 Upanishads written by Vyasadeva. Out of which 220 are available right now.
Out of which 108 are the most important.
Their names are mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila, one of the commentary in the one of the purports. Prabhupada mentions them. What are all the 108 names of the Upanishads? Because they are prominent, which are being commented by various acharyas. That's why they are important.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. Thoda loudly. I'm not able to hear you.
Prabhuji, actually this is from regarding this this Vishwarup Darshan from this Mahabharata story. In that last part of the Mahabharata, the Krishna Leela, when this Vyagra has, this hunter has shoot an arrow and he hit the Krishna lotus feet, and that Krishna has died. So in commentary, lot of there ki this actually Krishna, this is a spiritual body, he can't die. So they had left the Vishwarup body. So can you relate and describe this? I can't understand that.
No. Just be patient. Haribol.
Yeah.
Now very soon, in a month time, in a few days, we are going to complete the 29th chapter of Bhagavatam.
Okay.
30 and 31 chapters of Bhagavatam, 11th canto.
Yes.
They will be discussing about this aspect of Lord Krishna's disappearance from this world. So you will get more clear. But for now, I will tell you, it is neither Virat Rupa nor Vishwarupa or anything. With an intention to start Kali Yuga, Lord Krishna actually created a material body and left it here. If somebody who read this, Lord Krishna passed away by the arrow of the Jara, and he left his body, which is the same way as you and me. When we die, we also left our body. Then they say that Krishna is not the Lord. He is a human being like you and me. Because he left his body. If he is Lord, he should have taken his body also along with him. Why did he left?
Yeah.
So, but when Yudhishthira Maharaj was ruling, though it was Dwapara Yuga, the entire situation was like that of Satya Yuga. Now, Satya Yuga has come down to Kali Yuga. In order to bring it down, Lord Krishna left behind his body, by which the people, the less intelligent people will say that Lord Krishna is a human being. He is not Lord. That is the biggest offense by which the Kali Yuga will spread all over. With that faith, with that belief system, the Kali Yuga began and will continue again. Even now also, if you go to some people outside, they question this. Hey, Krishna left his body. How can you call him as God? How can you say Bhagavad Gita as Bhagavad Gita? You should call it as Krishna Gita. Or, it is Bhagavad Gita, it cannot be spoken by Krishna. It is spoken by the unborn within Krishna. Like this, various people come up with various understanding. So it is like that.
So means that body who has Krishna left is a material body that is created.
That is just a material body. Lord Krishna left it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
In that.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
In the previous classes, you mentioned about the how this universe is sustained. Like you mentioned that previously it was submerged in the ocean, and then Kurmadev lifted, then Seshnag, and then the 8 elephants. So is this pastime also recurring? Means every day of the start of the Brahma, the universe is submerged?
Yes. It will happen every day of Brahma. Every night the 14 planet systems are annihilated. The next day morning Brahma revives them and creates them, etc. All these things happen. Lord Varaha appears every day of Brahma.
So every day he left the universe.
He left the Bhumandala.
Bhumandala means only earthly planet, or
Bhumandala means Bhuloka.
Bhuloka means earthly planet.
Earthly planetary system.
Earthly planetary system means it includes other planets also?
No, Prabhuji. It is Bhumandala. See, problem is that you don't know what is the Bhumandala completely. Bhumandala means it will have 7 dvipas, in which Jambudvipa is there, in which 9 Varshas are there, in which Bharta Varsha is there, in which Bharta Khanda, that is our Earth globe. So for normal understanding, people, Bhuloka means only Earth they take. It is not just here. There is many more are there in the entire Bhumandala. The whole thing is called earthly planetary system. It does not include Mercury, Venus, Mars, Sun, Moon. All the things are not part of it. It is earthly only, Bhuloka. That's why we generally call it as Bhuloka. Out of 14 planetary systems, the 8th one is Bhuloka. The 8th one is, the entire thing is lifted by Lord Varaha.
So this Ananta Shesh and this, they are holding only Bhumandala.
Yes, they are holding only Bhumandala.
And how the other, then who is holding the other planetary systems?
No one required to hold. They are there. The Dhroloka, from Dhroloka, Borloka and Sargaloka are held upon. And upper planets, Marloka, Janloka, Tapaloka and Satyaloka, they are self-sustained. They are standing on their own. But in one way, it is Lord's potency which is holding everything. Lord Vishnu's potency only which is holding the entire universe, because it is he the responsible for maintenance. No? It is he who holds the entire universe.
So even lower planetary systems are been sustained by their own?
Yeah. No, they are part of Bhumandala. The lower 7 planets are part of Bhumandala.
They are part of Bhumandala. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.